I've been working on this plugin for Godot, and I just want to do a quick run through just to show you some of the features and just do this real quick in one go. Come up here to Modular browser. We can open up a new window. In here we can customize this with up to 4 of these instances. This is really meant to be on a second screen. Customize the panels and the trees and whatnot. I'm just going to pull up a layout that I have already. You can save these, load them. And really what the point of this is for making assets easier to work with. If we click on this, we can see it's going to list everything in this directory. These are my assets brought in just like straight from Blender kinda. And so what we're going to do is we want to process these, right? We need them into scene files, and we're going to create a texture, create a material form. So if we come in here, you can see these options. These are all scripts that I've made, and I'll show you in a sec how that works. But so this is a dialog that will process these. So it's going to take these files, create a scene copy of them, move them over to this other folder. So let's just do that. Okay, there we go. These are now scene files. You can see here all the LODs created. So let's go back to cliffs. Let's get our textures. If we hit this, it's going to sort this into different texture groups. So this is XL07. If we just come here, hit create material, it's going to take all these textures, bring it into this dialog, and we can set what textures we want for each texture. And so we're just going to keep it on auto, which is going to check for an ORM or not. We've got a few different options here. You can make a decal, you can make a shader, use a shader. Here's where it's going to be saved to. Let's just save it. And so let's go into there. So now we've got our files here. If we grab all these, let's hit load material, and we can see what material is in each of these scenes, each mesh. If these were all the same, we could hit this and it would replace that material in every single scene. But because we have different names, let's go to surface, do surface 0, and let's hit confirm. There we go. So now they're all loaded, they're saved. Let's come down here and we can actually regenerate our previews. So this is nice because typically you can't see what a scene looks like, right? This is in our factory file system, you don't get a preview. So you can generate these, it'll save it to a cache in your user directory, and yeah, so it's kind of nice for that. So now let's just bring these in. We can hit new scene, and this is going to create a scene for us with all of these nodes in there. So let's just call it LODs, and we'll do a child folder of our directory. So let's hit confirm. So now we have this file here that's just needs to be scanned again. So if we come down here, that actually opens it here. So you can see they're all here. I'm going to get rid of one of these because my script here only supports up to 5 LODs right now. So you can see here we can load in presets for different LOD settings. This just makes it quick. You know, it's a pain to set your LOD settings on every single mesh. So we'll hit run script. Now everything's set. You can come in here and look, visibility range. This is, you can see it changing there. This is meant for a smaller mesh, this preset, so probably not the greatest, but there you go. And there it is. It's saved to a file. You can create these panels quite easily. You can make your own. It's just a scene that gets instantiated, and you set up a little script to add it. I'll just show you. This is one that I've made. So let's add a panel here. It's only going to display material files, and we'll call it materials. So there we go. It's going to sort based on that. We could come in here and change it to a custom one. Let's only do Trez files, let's say, and confirm. So now if we come back to here, now we got only our Trez files showing up. So yeah, kind of nice. You can do that. And then every single one of these options you see in the right click, these are all actually just scripts. So you place them into your add-ons folder, to this right click scripts area, and you just copy the template. There's a few templates here for the panel, for the dialogues, for the right click. And so what that gives you is this little script here. You can just fill out the form. Basically, the template has all this filled out already, and you can set an icon, create like a module, and it will nest it under that. When you click it, you set a name, set what type of files you want this to get. When you click it in the menu, it's gonna call this function, and so it sends through all the selected items. There's a few functions built into the base script, like sorting this into the file type, or stuff like that. So, and then you can just do whatever you want. This one calls up the dialogue and handles that. You don't have to do that. You could do all your logic in here, but so that's the idea there. Is just super easy to add a new script and do whatever you want. And so yeah, other than that, I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff to show. I just don't want to get into this because it ends up being a half-hour video, and I don't want to do a bunch of editing right now. So a few other features, but right now that's kind of the idea, is this base plugin for writing your own scripts and creating your own panels. Like I have a chunk loading system that I'm working on, and I want to make a panel that you can manipulate the editor from here, right? So that's kind of the idea. It's just a baseline, and then you can just always load up another instance. You save a layout as chunk loading system, and then you can just load it up through here. Yeah, that's about it. If you find it interesting, let me know. I'm gonna put it up on GitHub eventually here, but yeah.